My name is Sam and I run a blog called The Punk Innovator on Tumblr, and I get a lot of questions about my hair a lot, and people ask me for tips because it's usually assigned to birth female people who are transmasculine or gender neutral or gender non-conforming, who have never gotten a short haircut before in their lives, and they're just like, how the fuck did you get yours? And I'm like, okay. And normally I write out like a really long list, but someone sent me a Tumblr ask, and today I'm just really tired. I don't feel like typing it out. So I'm just gonna explain how to get like an undercut and a mohawk in this video, basically. So the person who sent me the ask, I imagine they were talking about my undercut when they sent me the ask, because I don't have a lot of pictures of my mohawk on that blog and like how the sides are. So I'm just gonna explain both just in case, because I get a lot of questions about the undercut mostly. So my first tip is go to a barber shop. The first time I got a short haircut, I went to Fantastic Sam's, because my name is Sam and I like puns. And it's always really fun walking in and being like, hey, I'm Sam. Let me get a haircut. And then I got a short haircut and it looked totally awful. Like, it wasn't an undercut, it was just short on the top and I hated it. And it was not cute, but I was so happy to have my hair finally short. I was so happy to finally have, like, because my hair was like down to here. It was super heavy and I was not vibing with it at all. I get that all hair types are like gender neutral, because like that's a personal belief of mine that hair doesn't really have a gendered sort of connotation. We label it that way. So I totally understand when people like want to go for a more gender neutral haircut and they seek out the undercut, because both like binary men and cisgender men and women tend to do that kind of stuff, and then genderqueer people, we do whatever we want because it's awesome. We're awesome and stuff. But yeah, but the basic idea is go to a fucking barber shop. I'm so sorry for cussing. Barbers, like, they do undercuts all the time. They don't really do mohawks as much, depending on where you go. Like, if you go to like more of like a punk rocker kind of shop, because I went to more kind of shop like that the second time I got my hair cut, and the guys were like super chill, and they didn't mind that I was female body, because like they could probably tell that I was assigned to birth female when I walked into the shop. Like, I was trying to male pass, but that doesn't always work, you know. Even if you try really hard, because I wear chest binders and stuff as well. I'm open to questions about that on Tumblr as well, if you guys have questions about chest binders. I use GC2B. Side tip. But yeah, so the first one is barbershops are the goddamn best thing ever, because they are actually really experienced with undercuts, and they will do the right things with your hair. They know exactly what to do. So let me walk you through an undercut barbershop visit. So they're going to ask you, like, if you are going from like long hair to an undercut, they're going to ask you like how much of the sides, like how far up they want you to go. Now, because I have the mohawk right now, the top part right here, it's a little bit thinner than it used to be when I had the undercut. It was like a bit wider from where like my long hair started, so it was like about here. So it's like, just tell them you just want the top part of the head. Mine's just a little bit thinner than usual in terms of like how much is shaved versus how much is long, just because I have the mohawk right now and I didn't want to have as much hair. Now, I got my hair cut, I want to say like a week and a half ago, and this is how thick the sides are right now. I personally like to, now this is the other thing they're going to ask you. So they're going to ask you how much you want shaved on the sides, and then they're going to ask you how thin you want your sides. Now, how thin you want your sides is based on the shape, like the razor ends, so they're going to ask you for a number, and that's really confusing if you've like never gotten your hair cut like that before. It's like, I want a 1? What does that do? So it's basically like a 1 is, so the scale goes from like a 1 is like the absolute shortest you can have. Like, that's basically like you're like a little bald. You're a little bald, and it's a time. And it's totally valid if you just want to have like almost hairless on the sides, because then when it goes back, like, you don't have to go to the barber as fast, because that's the drawback about undercuts and mohawks, is that you constantly have to be shaving your sides. Most people just buy their own razors and they just do it themselves after a while, so they can just take care of it. That's another way to deal with that, so you don't have to be spending money on $15 haircuts, depending on where you're going, because like, again, the greatest thing about barber shops is that like haircuts there are super cheap and affordable, which is really cool, because queer community is usually pretty broke, statistically speaking. But yeah, so barbershop, how long you want Oh yeah, and they're gonna ask you like how long you want your sides, like how long you want the long part of your hair. I just have mine at my ear tips right now, which I really like that, but again, like you can have this as long as you want it. It still looks good. But yeah, like I've grown this all the way down out to here. I just look really weird and fluffy when I grow it out that far, because then it's like a lot of hair and you can't really see the sides anymore. How it's cut on this side, you can just see how it's cut on that side. But yeah, so length, shaving sides. But yeah, so 1 is the smallest. I love getting my sides cut down to a 2. I think so, because like 1 is like bald and like 2 is like really close shaven. I really like the way that it looks when it's really clean shaven on the sides, but like not quite bald. 3 is like how I actually like how it looks, because the size of the razor when they shave it at a 3, like that's how I actually like it. But like my hair grows pretty fast on the sides, and I think that's just a hair thing, where like when you shave it really short, it's like immediately. But yeah, so like 3 is how I really like it, but it grows so fast that I like to just like do like 1 razor length shorter than how I actually like want it, because that's how it's gonna be for a majority of the time, like after like the initial burst of growing and stuff. But yeah, another thing, sometimes barbers ask this and sometimes they don't, which is really weird and stuff, but like they like to mess with this good old sideburn. My sideburns usually grow out to here. You can ask your barber to keep your sideburns, but you have to say that like at the beginning, because a lot of times they're just gonna want to shave them off. They're like, if you have a sideburn that's all the way down to here, you're gonna have to ask them to keep it, because a lot of times they will want to shave it and stuff. So, but yeah, so like mine's squared right now. I like the way it looks. I like the way like the sideburn looks when it's all the way down to here, but I was like, I don't care. Daniel, just shave off my hair. I just desperately need a haircut, because my hair was like my sides had grown out really long and I felt really gross and stuff. But yeah, so the other thing that they will ask you, or not ask you, is if you want this. Okay, they'll say it in a really weird gendered way most of the time. So they'll be like, do you want like a feminine rounded sideburn so you can look feminine, or do you want it squared like a guy? Do you want it like a guy sideburn and stuff like that? And I'm like, why is rounded versus squared so gendered in the barber world? I don't understand. Apparently a lot of cisgender people come in there and they get really mad when their sideburns are rounded or squared based on their gender. The cisgender people are wild. Anyway, but yeah. So it's like completely up to you. Personally, because like I'm a transmasculine sort of person. Like whenever they say, "Ooh, do you want like something like a guy?" I'll be like, "Yeah, give me that. I want to look like a guy," and stuff. But yeah, but that's the basic idea. So they're gonna ask you if they want to square it, and then when they're shaving the back, because I didn't really explain that, when they're shaving the back, it's going to be like just like the top part of your head. They'll know where to cut it and stuff. But yeah, but like again, usually up to there. And then for the mohawk, when shaving the sides and stuff like that, you just ask them to just shave like a mohawk. Just shave just the sides, keep the back. The first time I got my hair cut like a mohawk, it was really weird, because like the dude had never really done a mohawk before, so I was like, can you please make the front part and the back part the same length, because when I have it up all the way, because I should have like did a jump cut to where I have it up in the video, but I can't do that. I want all the hair to be even, because I want this to be the same length as the back, so the mohawk can be completely even when I have it up, because sometimes I have it up. Having it down is really chill. It's a cool queer look as well, and I love it. But yeah, anyway, so the dude like left this kind of long, and I have really wavy hair, so like when I do my mohawk, I have to literally straighten my hair and then put it up, because my hair is so wavy and stuff. But yeah, so this part was long, and it kind of like it ducktailed out. Like, there was just an extra curl on the one in the back, so I had to ask him to cut that off because it looked weird and stuff. Yeah, so that was super festive. But yeah, I actually, I lied a little bit. I grew out the back first. I, like, had to wait for it to get long before I actually shaved the sides, because basically I grew it out. I had an undercut, and then I was like, I really want a mohawk. So I just didn't shave the back for a while, and then let that grow out, and it just looks so funky for so many months. But gosh diddly dang it, I have a mohawk now, And I feel really confident in my queer body because of it, and I love it, and I love how, like, I can wear it down, or I can have it up for special queer events, because that's how I dress up for queer events, is I put up my mohawk and stuff. But yeah, I hope this explained my good pro tips and everything that you'll need for going to a barbershop for getting undercut / mohawk. Again, like, you're just going to have that conversation with your barber about how long you want this, and just remember that, like if you forget, like, how long the razors are, you can ask them, being like, oh, like, what's a 1 look like? What's a 2 look like when you shave the sides and stuff? They're super forgiving about that. But yeah. Oh, another thing for undercuts. I learned this from, like, a men's hair blog, but, like, the undercut that I had was called a disconnected undercut. I don't know if your barber's gonna know what that is. Most of them do. But a disconnected undercut is basically when you have the back shaved, and there's no chill or transition between the hair and the shaved back. So it's disconnected, because there's no transitional fade of how long the hair is, because sometimes they'll ask you if you want to fade in the back, and the hair will, like, fade from, like a little bit longer, and then, like, shorter to, like, the actual, like, length of the undercut. And also they'll ask you if you want the hair on the back of your neck squared or softened, as well as, like, the sides. Again, sometimes they just don't ask, and you'll just have to assert that, because they just think, oh, they didn't say anything, so I'm just gonna cut it this way, how it naturally looks, or something like that. But yeah, so keep all those things in mind. Keep how the shape of your hair you want in mind. Ideally, hair is gender neutral, but in this wacky-ass society, sometimes we want to cut off our hair just to feel within our transmasculineness or queer community, or, like, again, like, I know that I'm gender fluid and a little transmasculine, but again, like, the trans feminine spectrum may want undercuts to feel like super welcome in their gender body to defeat that gender dysphoria, and that's also super valid. So I'm sorry if I was talking in a context that made it sound like undercuts are only for AFAB people. That is not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm just trying to speak from my personal experience. That is it. That's literally it. I'm so sorry this video is 12 minutes long now. I'm, like, looking at the timer and I'm like, oh, it's so long. But yeah. So hi, I'm the Punk Innovator. These are my hair tips for trying to survive a barbershop and being queer and stuff. But yeah, I wish you, Alex, the best of luck, because you're the one who sent me the ask on Tumblr. I'm going to upload this video and then just link it to you on the ask. Being like, I'm too tired to type. Just take it. Just take this thing. But yeah. Good luck at San Francisco Pride. I actually go to college in San Francisco. I just never been to Pride there. I wish you the best of luck. Remember to wear sunscreen and, like, cool off in the shade at sometimes, because a lot of people go to San Francisco Pride and it can get really overwhelming. There's also Trans Pride. I highly recommend Trans Pride in San Francisco, because it's, like, mainstream Pride is, like, really, really busy, and it can get really clogged up with a lot of people, and that can be really overwhelming for a lot of people who have anxiety and stuff, or any other neurodivergent things. But it's like Trans Pride is a thing as well, so if you want to go to that, look up your local Trans Pride events. I just went to Trans Pride LA, and that was super fun. I had a lot of fun there. But yeah. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Bye!